Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Dennis Bragg.
President Trump has reached a tentative deal with Congress to finally end this partial government shutdown.
The plan provides a window for broader negotiations to continue and allows thousands of federal workers to finally get paid.
CBS's Mola Langi has the latest now from the White House.
The short-term deal keeps mostly in line with what Democrats have been calling for: reopen government and then negotiate border security and the wall that President Trump is still demanding. President Trump endorsed a short-term plan to reopen the government until February 15th.
I will make sure that all employees receive their back pay very quickly.
Today's tentative agreement does not contain money for the president's long-sought border wall.
This is an opportunity for all parties to work together.
The president says he could still declare a national emergency if Democrats don't come to the table.
If we don't get a fair deal from Congress, the government will either shut down on February 15th again, or I will use the powers afforded to me under the laws and the Constitution of the United States to address this emergency.
The president, along with lawmakers on both sides, came under increased pressure to reach a deal as the effects of the shutdown rippled across the nation. On Friday, multiple airports experienced delays due to a shortage of air traffic controllers.
It's sad, though, that it's taken this long to come to an obvious conclusion.
The ayes do have it. The motion is agreed to.
Late today, the Senate passed the continuing resolution.
The only way the federal workers are going to have stability and certainty beyond the next 3 weeks is if Democrats will stop playing partisan games and get serious about negotiating with the president.
The measure now heads to the House before going to President Trump's desk. Looking ahead, it's unclear how this short-term deal will impact the president's State of the Union address. You remember House Speaker Nancy Pelosi insisted she would not invite the president to Capitol Hill to give the speech until he agreed to reopen government, and that speech was temporarily put on hold. At the White House, Mola Langi, now back to you.
And just before news time, the House did approve the bill to reopen the government, so now it goes to President Trump's desk.
Montana's congressional delegation weighing in on the shutdown deal proposed by the president.
Senator John Tester, who serves as ranking member of the Senate Appropriations Subcommittee on Homeland Security, will help lead a bipartisan group of lawmakers tasked with crafting border security legislation.
In a statement, a senator said, quote, "The deal struck today is only a short-term fix to this irresponsible government shutdown. Now we've got to work together to craft a long-term bipartisan solution that actually protects our communities and doesn't undermine American workers," end quote.
Senator Steve Daines said, quote, "Both sides needed to continue to negotiate and compromise in good faith so we can have a permanent solution to keep the government open and secure our borders."
And Congressman Greg Gianforte released this statement based on what I saw when I toured the southern border this week and talked with ranchers and Border Patrol agents about the challenges they face. We can't afford to have open borders, and we must make critical investments in substantial, strong physical barriers to secure them.